There's been so much of this on social media. I'm sure a lot of people wanted to be here, but perhaps couldn't cut out working time. So your dedication to Norwalk, we all have a debt of gratitude to everyone that voices their opinion what's going on. How did we get here? The zoning proposals and the zoning changes that have happened this year affect all of us in one way or another. Earlier in the year, we had the Industrial 1 zoning reduced by about 79%. I own Industrial 1 property, and a lot of us were concerned as to why we did that, why there was a need for that. So that concerned a lot of people in Industrial 1. But I think the number one issue right this evening is this new phrase called upzoning, about having two-family homes in a single-family neighborhood and changing it to two-family neighborhoods. A lot of people have concern with that. And once again, how did we get here at this point? This zoning proposal that's before us now took years in the making, an awful lot of hard work by the Zoning Commission. They've dedicated themselves to doing this, and they've done an intense job with it. But it doesn't seem like it was guided by us in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's really the problem, trying to figure out where this was guided from and how this came about. And so much of this has to do with the state of Connecticut and ultimately the federal government wanting to change zoning to benefit the state of Connecticut. So our input wasn't really taken into consideration in any way, it seems as if. And even afterwards, when the people started to voice the concerns, it didn't really seem to have an impact in any way. Mill Pond, if anybody followed the Mill Pond hearing, 800 signatures on a petition to just reduce it. We weren't even asking to eliminate it, we just wanted to scale it back. 800 signatures, many meetings, hundreds of people coming out, and I would say that it passed anyway. So they don't really seem to be, the current administration does not seem to be taking us into consideration. And it's our city. I mean, we should be in charge of which direction we want our city to go in, how we want our homes, how we want our neighborhoods, how we want our tax dollars spent associated with that. And there's a lot of different ways to look at it. I mean, you could say there's no right or there's no wrong, but I believe that for the city of Norwalk, we should be looking at quality, not quantity. Perhaps having more and more apartments and more duplexes, perhaps, is the answer from a state income tax standpoint. We produce a lot of money for the state of Connecticut. But I think we want, the people that I speak to every day want more quality. Want more quality of life. They want more quality, more value in your home. And it's certainly, I believe that's one way to increase our property tax basis through value of homes. So there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing this. And one of the arguments about upzoning with the two-family and the single-family neighborhood is it allows home ownership for some people. I guess you could make that argument, but I don't really think that buying a half a duplex is really going to be a very common thing. More than likely, people will buy to profit and to rent. I think we'll just be increasing the rental aspect of it. I think if the ultimate goal was to increase home ownership in Norwalk, which I'm fully behind, perhaps we should work on maybe more smaller entry-level homes, condos where people can buy and buy their way in, and perhaps we can incorporate some affordable housing in with that, so families that would perhaps have no other way to get your foot in the door to own property and build some family wealth and equity. Perhaps we can assist in that way, and that would really build our community, because we would have people moving here, buying homes that want to stay here and want to be a part of our community, as well as paying their fair share of property taxes because they own the property where they are. So there's a lot of different ways you can go, but like I said, I think that most of this was not guided by us. Most of it was guided by the state of Connecticut with their desire to increase density and increase population in Norwalk. And a lot of Norwalkers just aren't really happy about that, and I can understand that. I'm one of them. So we need to figure out a way to try to make our community the way we want it. Now, at this point, we have these hearings that are going on, and then it's going to be voted on by Common Council, if I'm correct. Right, so Common Council, the Zoning Commission has to vote on it. So we have to try to make as big an impact as we can. However, our ultimate impact will probably be in November. We can try to elect officials that are more responsive to our needs, our wants, what we want, as opposed to perhaps what the state of Connecticut would like for Norwalk. So remember that come November, that we vote and elect officials that respond to us. I think that's the most important aspect of it. And the officials we have now, perhaps we can maybe change a little attitude, a little mindset, maybe light a fire under them a little bit to realize that we are important. We are the most important part of this community. We are Norwalkers. It's about us. And that's all it should be about. So hopefully we can make affect some change. I think we've all been doing that right now. We're voicing our opinions of what we want. and what we want the city to be like, in our neighborhoods especially. So we're doing it. We're doing it. We are going to make an impact. We are going to make a difference, and we're going to be louder and louder. We're going to grow stronger and stronger every day. So I thank you all for coming, and I hope you support me and support everybody behind me that really wants to make Norwalk about Norwalkers again. Thank you very much.